I was watching the windshield wipers go back and forth as the rain splattered on the windshield. I look over at Travis. Are you sure you want to go fishing today? There's nothing but rain in the forecast. The fish bite better when it's raining is what Travis tells me. So that's just the kiss of death right there. Fellow Toastmasters, welcome guest. Today I want to tell you about this fishing adventure that we went on and give you a little bit of explanation why I'm here tonight in Toastmasters. That day started out raining. It was about 4:30 in the morning. We started to launch the boat at Bird Island, which is just south of Corpus Christi, and totally dark outside. We got the boat in the water and pulled it up beside the dock, and our friend Lance was with us. And he is not a fisherman. He didn't really want to be there, but it was worth him to get out of the house and away from the women to come with us that day. And the lights on the boat made it hard to see as you were walking out the dock where you were in perspective to the boards on the dock. So I got to a point when I couldn't see much farther, and Lance kept going beside me and walked off the end of the dock. He had a sack of kolaches and a Coke that were floating in the water after he fell in, which we still give him a hard time about that to this day. And we knew that was an ominous sign predicting what was gonna come. We headed south, ran about 40 miles, and we run really fast boats down there. So we're clipping along at about 50 miles an hour at night, running on GPS. Sometimes a Q-beam if it works and we have one. And through the rain the whole time, we got to Port Mansfield, which is practically another city from where we left from, and fished a pretty good bit of the morning. And say about midday, we got a break in the weather. We had sunshine and pretty skies. And we got into the fish where we caught one after another after another. It was every cast. My great-grandmother that's 94 could have got in there and pulled out trout and redfish all day long. It was one of those days that you catch your personal best fish and your buddies do too. And it was just a wonderful, wonderful thing that we made it there and we were there at that particular time. We tried another spot, and on that shoreline, the weather started to shift a little, and we noticed that the wind was blowing one direction, but yet the clouds were coming the opposite direction the wind was blowing when we looked straight up. So I looked at Travis. I said, Travis, we should probably start easing out of here. This looks a little bad. Actually, let's really get out of here as the weather started moving in. By the time we got into the boat, there was a circular cloud, black cloud, a water tornado, a water spout that was forming within a quarter mile of us. So being in the fast boat that we're in, we put the hammer down and headed up the land cut down the Intercoastal Waterway. By this time the rain is coming down so hard you can't look into it with your eyes. It feels like needles coming into your face and any exposed skin. So he's ducking down behind a plexiglass windshield that is smoke colored. And the waves are about 3 or 4 feet in this protected waterway. Well, we saw there's cabins all up and down this waterway. We saw one that looked good to stop in. We got him to turn the boat around. He ran it through the mud, pulled around, got up to this cabin, and as the storm shifted a little bit, we could see that there was a barge directly in front of us. Had we kept going, it's, you know, like 100 Abrams tanks all put together sitting in the water right in front of us. And we would have smacked right into the back of it had we not made that quick call to turn around and go to the cabin that we saw beforehand. Then the weather really got interesting. There was another boat coming up the waterway, and they were at about a 90-degree angle due to the wind shear. They had to steer the boat at such an angle to go forward due to the extreme winds. Well, we got them anchored on the dock, got them out, and made friends with them real quickly. And had a sip of whiskey that helped us transcend a lot of our fears. And the lightning and thunder rolled in. I'm telling you, you could taste the lightning. It was so close. You could feel it on the gutters and off the metal roof in the house. Boom! Crash and smack of the lightning. And it was so close and so furious and so frequent that we were really just wondering, what did we get ourselves into today? And some guys got under the house that we were staying on the porch of, and eventually we waited it out. We made it through it. The weather did lift, but that was quite the storm that we weathered. That's one of my passions. Fishing is a huge passion in my life. It can either be a good thing or a bad thing to my wife. Sometimes it's good for her to get rid of me, but yet it gives her something to complain about and criticize me that I like too much. But my other passion is real estate and my job. I'm a residential real estate appraiser, and I specialize in expert witness work. I do have experience in litigation work and the courtroom situation. I'm here tonight to improve. I'll be facing depositions, testimony, all the things that come with that in the future. So I'm here to improve and to get better at communicating and not saying the incorrect things at the wrong time. So my quote to leave you with is, "The fisherman knows that the sea is dangerous and the storm terrible, but they have never found these dangers sufficient reasoning for remaining ashore." Vincent van Gogh. Now I want you to follow your passions and not let the unknown deter you from success.